some streaming on it. Potentially even do some recording depending on if I could wind up pushing one of the societies to the next level, which I probably will. I figure I'll just combine those streams where I don't know, leveling them up to one thing, but I could change my mind on it. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some Allied Society stuff, starting with, naturally, our good friends, Hello Hello. Let's check what we got. Oh, joy. That looks cool. Just run on over to these, starting with a combat one, because likely it's gonna push us to the next version, and there's gonna be a bit more of the demonic stones, and I am working on getting the full set for getting very close. I just spraying out some of the leveling. Out there, you know? This is awkward time to be doing things though. Look at all this rain. I was even playing the theme from the Final Fantasy 15. You know, calling for rain. Motion. I kinda wish all of them gave me mnemonics. To the hearts of tourists. Carry onwards. Oh yeah, I got a new mount. Just a second. Yes, you know, he's just a little guy. Imagine a Shenron mount or Shenron. That'd be awesome. I mean, technically it exists. It's from the Pandemonium Savages, but That is hard. Can I, can I ask if you've come to collect souvenirs? I want to impress the agency customers with the quality of our craft, so I've been working doubly hard to ensure everything is perfect. Here, please hurry. Your shipment's back. Shipment's back to you, Lee. Thank you. Oh, you're something for me. Ah, yes, this again. Okay. Yeah. What do we need again? Awesome, so it gives you dialogue. I should be reading these. What am I doing with myself, man? Okay, don't send out a message. There we go. What's the matter? Another message or advertisement. I'm glad you dropped by with another flyer. Some family friends were eager to find out more. Show them this the next time I'm home. Awesome. Now, check out my new mount. I spent so many coupones on this. Yippee! I love you, Brachiosaurus. You're so big. You could be even bigger. There we have it. We've unlocked the list. Liplu? Attend the first tour. You spy a determined glint in Liplu's eyes. Rawa, so good to see you again. Thank you. Thanks to you, the Toronto Travel Agency is almost ready to open for business. Though truth be told, we've already taken our first booking, and so soon after we started promoting our services in Toliolo. A momentous occasion indeed. Our first customer is a Hetsaru named Seiya. Apparently, he works for the Wing of Reflection in the capital. He's traveling by alpaca and should arrive at any moment now. I'd like you to join me in giving him a warm welcome. I've got a few loose ends to tie up here, but I'll join you by the entrance when I'm done. Just queuing him up for a bit more. Okay, let's see. Say, I presume? Welcome. How was your journey? Ah, Le Bleu. Thanks to your fuzzy friend here, I had a delightful trip. It speaks volumes that you've partnered with the porters to ensure your customers are well cared for. Ah. What a spectacular place this is. The journey alone has raised my expectations. Such breathtaking views. I've always longed to explore Dawntrail, but I lacked the courage to take that first step. So when I heard of your venture, Le Bleu, I couldn't believe my luck. I look forward to seeing what you've got in store for me. You won't soon forget your time here. That's a trolley travel agency guarantee. Well, without further ado, let's get you registered. If you head to the reception, I'll be with you shortly. Be gone. Be goneth. Oh, what are we gonna do? I have a small favor to ask. Okay. Saya has requested a guided tour, and I'd hate for something to happen to our very first guest. Having to keep an eye on things would take the weight off my mind. May I impose upon you to accompany Saya and his guide as they explore the local area? I'll give it a look, but you need to find other people to defend them too. Excellent! Well, I better go and deal with the paperwork. Come and find me when you're ready. Okay, let's get to the boy. Is it honey? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous. Apparently, tours are specifically tailored for customers' requests. Just to confirm, you booked the Hano Hano coach experience, correct? That is right. If I could squeeze in a spot of fishing too, that'd be wonderful. I'm a keen angler in my spare time, you see. Absolutely! In that case, we can stop by Breast Between on our route. But first, I'll give you a thorough tour of our village. Now, customer safety is paramount to the Dawntrail Travel Agency, which is why our special advisor, Mara, will be joining you. You were part of the Dawntrail entourage during the Rite of Succession, weren't you? Everyone at the Wing of Reflection knows your exploits. Well, how reassuring that you'll be watching over us. Likewise, it's heartening to have you with us. And on that note, shall we make our way to Okanu? Safe travels! I hope you have a wonderful time. And so we go. Okay, that's more like it. For some reason, there wasn't any music playing in the area, so I was like, oh. Yeah, this makes things better, though. During the Rat Succession, don't serve it Wuklamat. Helped us restore the lifting of wings. Ihana, to its former glory. There's a float that was repaired for the festival. I heard tales, but to see the real thing is something else entirely. I'm starting to see the sense of how important reeds are to the Hano. Not to mention how many different things you use them for. Cooking, construction, the list goes on. Fascinating. Nothing could make me happier than seeing other Torali take an interest in our culture. That alone makes this job worthwhile. Why don't you visit Okanu? Let's head to Breath Between and see if those fish are biting today. Oh, and in In case you were wondering, we even use reeds as bait. What do you use them for? Toilet paper. Tale's story is progressing smoothly, and the pair have set off on a spot of fishing in Burp Between. Continue to keep an eye on them and ensure that neither come to any harm. They will come to some harm. But it's okay. The harm will come to me. It doesn't get much better than this. I'm glad to see you enjoying yourself. It isn't every day you get to cast your line in such beautiful surroundings. I'll be coming back with my own gear, that's for sure. Being on, I love to feel the wind in our feathers as we fish. It is as though we are cradled by Kaiju-Z as divine protection from dead head to toe. Say, I don't suppose you know of any fishing spots off the beaten trail. There are quite a few anglers here besides us, and I haven't had a single bite yet. Perhaps Cave Kikatola would fit the bill. It's a modest walk away, but the fish are plentiful, and one may cast their line in peace and quiet. That sounds perfect. If it's not too much trouble, I'd love to make the trip. My only concern is the fiends, but I ought to do all I can to accommodate Sia's wishes. Of course, let's make our way there. Onward to Cape Kikatola. Uh-huh. Sia seems to be enjoying the tour so far, but danger may be afoot. Follow the pair to Cape Kikatola and keep watch as they continue fishing. That. Take all the time you need. I'm quite happy standing here enjoying the scenery. Ah, a remarkable spot indeed. XIV, those hours chained to my writing desk worthwhile. Can we stay here a little longer? I should have done that earlier for work. Well, you know how that works. Sound of flowing water. No beasts. Well, what are the odds, huh? In the darkness, something hungers. A foul presence draws near with murderous designs. Fish. Well, got to say some fish. Hello, you. Something. What an excellent catch! Thanks for bringing me here. Oh no, the pleasure is all mine. If it pleases you, we can have the cook serve your fish at your next meal. And leftovers may be dried or prepared as a treat for the journey home. My, that sounds absolutely lovely! And with that, let us return to Doc Boga. Thank you again for standing watch on our tour. Uh-huh. You're lucky I was here to do a get down, Mr. President. From like 30 feet away. When a portal happens, I'm just not gonna mess around with either of my alts for a long while. Because this has been... Oh, I've been stretching myself thin. I don't think I'm supposed to have that much focus on multiple characters at once. Phew, thank you. I made it through my first tour without incident. That was such marvelous fun! I have high hopes for the Enterprise. What's all? Welcome back, Seiya. Holly just returned. Wonderful experience. Not only did I learn about the area and its people, but the tour was tailored to my every whim. This will be the talk of Triolo. Yippee! But that said, I couldn't help but notice our one glaring flaw. You're aware of what I speak, aren't you, Marla? Did something happen during the tour? If you don't already know, the tour itself was uneventful, but... The tour itself wasn't eventful, but... I'll be real. There are dangers there. You speak of the fiends you splashed, yes? I went so swiftly that I never felt as though I was in danger. It's the Hetzaruai. You know these fiends by yourself, are you alright? Uh-huh. There are a few who could have handled the creature so effortlessly, and that's where the problem lies. One day, you will take your leave of Toral, Travel Agency, and they will be hard-pressed to find someone of comparable skill. How then is the agency to ensure the safety of future guests, I wonder? I see what you're saying. Having Mrawek here with us is truly a blessing, but not a blessing we can rely upon forever. Yeah, I have other expenses to go to after this, probably. Exactly. Customer safety should be a core pillar of your business. We need stronger measures in place to account for any dangers that may arise. I should mention that the Wing of Reflection considers tourism to be a vital part of our nation's future. All the more, as we forge ties with foreign powers and promote the exchange of cultures moving forward. Complications notwithstanding, I'm glad I could personally experience the joys of sightseeing. Please don't hesitate to consult with us so we may iron out any other issues and nurture this industry together in the months and years to come. We should be glad to do so, and may I say that devising a security plan that doesn't require our resident adventurer will be a top priority. I feel ashamed. I never crossed my mind that entrusting our safety to morale alone might be a problem. I'd like to do my part to protect our guests during their stay. I think I speak for all my fellow guides when I say that. Perhaps our special advisor would be willing to train us? A wonderful idea. Your skill with wind magic is a boon for sure. With your local knowledge and experience dealing with the region's fiends makes you all the more qualified for the duty. Still, to be safe, I propose we assign 2 guides per tour group. That way we alleviate the burden and better guarantee group safety. Though we need proper facilities, a place to train and a place to house supporting staff, it could amount to quite an expenditure. And yet, for the long run, my Epic is clacking away. It's telling me this is a prime investment opportunity, made possible because we identified the problem early. There we go. Of course, we're still counting on your help, Noah. There's plenty to be done besides guide training and warning of fiends. We may have welcomed our first customer, but the real test is yet to come. Haha. Excellent. Yeah. There we go. Side quest complete. And there we have them, ready and training. Yeah, that's the way you do it. Rocking and a roll and rock into the rhythm. A new guide training facility has been established by the Dawntrail Travel Agency. Base of operations, where candidates may look to your example as they hone their skills. The new policy of assigning 2 guides to each group will ensure none come to harm in your absence. Continue assisting Liplo and her associates and ensure visitors leave refreshed, reinvigorated, and ready to spread the word about Cosmoca's all new touristic enterprise. I know how to words, I promise. Truly, travel agency reputation up. Reputation is increasingly trusted. Alright. Let's see what we can get. We're gonna grab the wind up. And then after we complete these next ones, beg your pardon, it really seeks your help in retrieving some lost property. It's quite quandary. One of our guests came to tell me they'd lost something rather important while out walking. The only problem is the rest of our staff are currently occupied. I'm afraid this might be a job for the Travel Agency's Agile Advisor. Could help you to locate the lost article. You have to act quickly before it gets stolen and washed downstream. Please be on the lookout for accounts bag. The customer seems to think they lost it and brushed between. That was a car! I think that's the car from the second stage final fight in the normal raids. Should be here. We will have you support 2 guys in the wake of a fiend attack. I've just had a word with a pair of our guides encountered a fiend during their tour. Thankfully, they were able to dispatch the foul creature and keep their customers safe. Clearly, the policy of assigning 2 guys per guest was a wise call, not to mention the investment made in training facilities and so forth. Still, the guides are keen to seek your counsel. Can trouble you to speak with them? I believe they headed south from Okanu. Please see how they're faring. Okay, and canvassing and Kalnoka. The customer survey. Customer feedback is essential for any business. Yeah, let's go. I don't want to read. I read for another character, no more. My take on the local culture, not sure I've got anything all that insightful to say. I'm just here out of curiosity, still having to share my thoughts. I have a newfound respect for Ano and their wind magics. They may be bulky, but watching them leap down from on high and land without so much as a whisper was simply marvelous. Da-da-da. Guess they're about the appeal of the Hano culture. I'm an architect by trade, so I often end up viewing the world from a professional standpoint. I say I'm all the expressiveness of frieze is a building material. From the houses to the festival floats and effigies, the designs have such wonderful personalities. And when those yellow stems catch the spray from the river, they glint like gemstones in the sunlight. It's such a beautiful sight. You want to hear about my experience so far? I was about to go and get something to eat, but I'm happy to stop and chat for a moment. I visited Uyupoga the other day. Apparently the name means fruit trees in the local tongue. Hano state the forest of abundance flows from Gishiaki's shrine. I definitely sensed the power while I was there. There we go. And now... Whoa. Thank you for coming. The little Calibri came flying at us. But as you can see, it was no match for the two of us. Being able to support one another during the incident was miraculously reassuring. We're concerned about the guest though. He's been a little out of sorts since the attack, wondering about this and that. Our feeling is that it has upset him. Would you be willing to speak with him and find out what the matter is? The two of us will stand guard while you do. Kosamuk is practically bursting at the seams of life. That fiend's rushed right at us with such vigor, and the guy is so gallant. What a thrill. The Hano fellows are concerned about my well-being. Apologies, I got caught up with the sheer magnificence of the place. I was sorry when the bird came screeching out of the trees, but the guy soon dealt with the creature. Seeing them command the wind with such poise was a sight to behold. I'm glad you weren't frightened by the ordeal. Thank you for your intervening, Special Advisor. It seems like the area is safe enough for us to resume the tour. Perhaps you'd care to tell us how the experience struck you when we do? There we go. Alright. Oh, my back hurts. Why? Why back? Why must you hurt me so? I should be able to get the orchestra on. Which is gonna be nice. Ah, Reaper wearing the level 80 machinist outfit. Nice. Alright. Now, let's go to Yakta, Mamuk. Yakta home. So how's everyone's relic weapon grind going? It's been alright for me, it's just figuring out a technique to how to handle things. Myself and a friend, we opted to take off our gear outside of our chopstones and weapons. And we queued in for like leveling. And then, when we got in, we put ourselves back on. It's been definitely the fastest way to handle things. Let's get some shit. It is what it is. I wish it was saying it is what it is. Welcome, friend. Did you buy a dollar or a ticket? Could you just shit? Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, let's go and get the other things. There we go. visual. This music is so delightful. Okay. Now then, let's start this. Instead, we're not gonna be able to do. Actually, you know, I'm gonna do the daily allotment, and I'm gonna not gonna continue with the new set that I'm gonna have available because I want to be able to do the Oak Queen one as well. Bro, what did you see? The plants Angier brought from Charlene are growing. They're actually growing. Gosh, she's so short. Oh, he's going to plan so far, yes, but overconfidence begets error. And sure, if you detected evidence of harmful insects upon our crops recently, insects, can we just stamp them out? If only it was that simple. Everyone you'll find represents another hidden 10. Another 100, indeed. We may be facing an infestation of thousands if left unchecked. Shit. Shit. Which is why we must find a companion plant for our crops post-haste. Companion plant. As the name suggests, companion plants support each other's growth in myriad ways, not least of all deterring pests. While the samples I've brought with me should thrive in this particular etheric environment, their efficacy against local fauna has yet to be tested. It would be wise to pick a local variety of plant for the job instead. In other words, we need a plant native to the forest that will repel those insects. Precisely. Might you have any suggestions? Jatika bananas? What about trees of living light? How about some kind of seedkin? I hadn't even considered the possibility, but such a creature may be exactly what we need. Surely local seedkin have adapted to repel insects that plague their bodies. What about a branch bearer? It looks like a bird, but it's actually an ambulatory plant. I've heard it emits these great bursts of energy to ward off pests. Sounds like it might be well worth our time to capture one. Can you do it? Leave it to me. We Doppler are used to taming all sorts of beasts, not just lovers. But on the off chance that a creature becomes aggressive, I'll need someone to back me up in a fight. You come along? Then I'll leave the matter to you both. In the meantime, I'll investigate the scope of the damage done by these insects. The sooner we return, the better. Let's meet up northwest of Go Magic Grove. We're sure to find branch bearers there. Ah yes, the creatures they often get lost fighting, which is most things in this forest. Yep, there they are. There should be plenty of branch bearers around here. They make birds to attract carnivores, then leech energy from their would-be predators. In theory, either of us could act as a decoy to lure one over, but it may well end in violence. Taming creatures is about trust, after all, and not physical dominance. I like to make it an offering instead, something rich in the energies it likes. Are you up for the task? You can count on me. What do you need? Excellent. Then, could you bring me some glowing mineral water from a cenote Neozote? Contact with the meteorites there should make it particularly potent. While you tend to that, I'll scout out a good candidate. Kindness. Kindness, Luigi. Kindness. Kindness, Luigi. Okay. Job. Do you find something our pressure might like? Raspberry. Give the richer energies than I imagined. The rest you can leave to me. I'll show you traditional dropper taming at its best. Okay. Let's see how he does. Let me just... Alright, big guy. There's one of those big guys approaching. Here it comes. Come on, Revolja. This is your expertise. Go it. Go it. That sure sounds like a peaceful noise. Truly, you are the best, Guvolja. There, little one. I'm glad you accepted my gift. It represents the bond we share as beings of the forest. All's well that ends well, as you can see. Not the same merge completely unscathed, but so it goes sometimes. Once I realized I meant no harm, we came to an understanding. I'm glad. The Doppler magics I cast on what you brought me certainly didn't hurt my chances either. Anyway, let's have Angier take a look and see if our new friend will benefit our garden. I suddenly feel a bit of a pressure on my back. Which is odd because my chair is comfy. Thanks to your offering, this little one will hardly leave my side. Okay. predator seems calm and regards you with a friendly gaze. What are the odds that these were made by Azem or Azam? I've studied my share of seedkin, but I've never seen anything quite like this specimen. It's a marvel. I hope it can help with our best problem. Yeah. Well, it's made itself right at home. An inferior condition is simple and you can see it. No doubt this is an instinctual measure taken against irritants. And given its amicable behavior, it seems keen on protecting us as well. If we can direct its attention to our granary, I dare say the plague of insects won't stand a chance. Will we help protect our little garden? Yeah. Haha, I'll take that as a yes. I'll have my colleagues tame more of these fine creatures. Wonderful, let us coordinate our efforts with our branch bearers, to create a hospitable environment for our crops. And so it goes. They seem the best of friends, do they not? We were successful in befriending beneficial companions to the granary. Thanks to the bench bearers and fair commissions, Gogoma's crops are no longer harrowed by pests. Momok's first harvest brings with it both wonder and delight. Continue your efforts to help support Mamuja and their bursting hopes. Protection has increased and trusted. Yeah, we know how this goes. Okay, and then we go to get some stuff. Go. Yeah. For the next few days, more than likely. For now, no. Okay. I wish we had more chances to do things, you know, just in case we'll reach the cap. Unfortunately, this is outside of our options. So, the Urkapacha. these. Come on. I think I'm gonna cut back on doing their voices because Doing the gravelly stuff sometimes gets a bit on my voice. Road, sorry. Birds. Okay, Father Var. Still a stone. Far seems pleased with how your work is coming along. Most of it, anyway. Your work thus far has been greatly appreciated, Marilla. Each time I look upon our progress, I'm impressed anew at everyone's diligence. Ah, Far. You're sweet. Thank you. Excuse me when I'm betting someone for advertising the goddamn bot viewers. In fact, we have already moved on to our next step, building the stonemason's workshop. It will be essential to restoring the breathless altar to its former grandeur. Each stone that has swept away must be made again. In the traditional Yakuza fashion, traditional Yakuza professionalness, such as the way for all our ceremonial spaces. If this transporting so much stone from Warlord Zeko, which would only result in broken bricks and sore backs, the workshop will be our most vital project yet. I have entrusted its construction to a skilled mason named Girzorhor, and work was proceeding apace until a certain incident occurred. I have yet to hear the details, but it seems progress has stopped. I mean to go and speak with him, and would be grateful if you could accompany me. It might be easier to solve whatever problem awaits us if we tackle it together. Let's go. This is too much. I must leave. Here we are, Marla. This is Gurjahor, and as you can see, he's distraught. No words do not seem to reach him. I don't know what will happen. What has happened? Only that he is intent on leaving. Perhaps a softer voice than mine might soothe his fright. Would you give it a try, Marla? Come here, you. Come here. Hey, look at me. Look at me. You? You're valid. Apologies for ignoring you before. I was panicked. I'm really aware of my surroundings. I should probably explain why. I was going about my task for the day. I caught sight of one of the snow spirits. It pranced about playfully and approached, then pelted me with icy magic. I managed to flee before I was impaled by a frozen spear. But now that I have seen the extent of their wrath, I cannot risk my life working here. Okay, but someone has to. I warned everyone to be wary of the spirits, but it seems I failed to convey just how dangerous they could be. And while understanding there's a horror's fear, their attack only emphasizes how crucial it is for its complete restoration of the altar. And for that, we need his expertise. Marawa, could you come with me to Warlord's Echo to help convince our Mason to return? There will be some way to sway him. Threaten to break his kneecaps. What? Oh, great vessel of the Serpent of Ronka. Come on. tried reasoning with him, but he seems set on staying put. Perhaps you can make him see how crucial he is for our work? Oh, I remember you. Apologies, but if you mean to convince me to climb back up that mountain, I must refuse. Why did you let the spirits get so close? Let's be personable. It was as I said. The spirits seemed inviting, but then their mood turned foul so quickly. But I understand now. If I was taken by surprise so easily, others might be as well. That's precisely why we must restore that altar, is it not? Yes, I understand your point. Yet the very memory of that terrible moment sends a chill down my spine. It keeps my legs firmly planted here. I understand your feelings, Gurzavar. I feel them too. Yet Dartukor was courageous in the face of all that, and so must we be. Dartukor? The one who lived in the mountains before the avalanche. Yes, she once told me that the spirits had been there since ancient times, and wrought calamity upon any who dared to encroach upon their home. When our forebears settled there, they were battered by the avalanches and snowstorms, until they performed the pact for the first time. Ever since the ritual and the altar it is performed served as the foundation for a peaceful coexistence with the spirits. Dartukor bore their responsibility alone for many years, keeping the disaster at bay, yet she is with us no longer, and someone must follow in their footsteps. I must follow. Oh, honey. You take on the burden even knowing full well the danger it poses? Uh-huh. Dartukor would have wanted it this way. When she would descend from her home, she would stay with me. I treasure each and every one of those memories. You really must see how Rokyur, Terze, and the other spirits frolic during the ritual. You'd never think they could just as easily bury us all under a half snow. The pact is all that protects us from that fate, and soon I shall be its sole inheritor. Although I am young, still, perhaps it's time to begin looking for our people. Oh, I know. It could be you, Farfar. I jest. That was our final conversation. On the way back, she suffered a terrible incident. And we kept the memory of her pact alive in Warlord Echo, and we maintained the roads leading to and from that altar. Then Dartukor may still be with us. Her loss was the tragedy of indifference. Yet the memory of her devotion gives me courage, that in the presence of Mrala, who so bravely stood before Velikarmanda. Oh, come now, hardly. Mrala? That Mrala! You traveled from across the salt and risked life and limb for Taral. If you can do that for us, I should not balk at doing the same. But I am no fighter. If the spirits were to attack again, what could I do? What should I do? Flee to warmth. You'll be safe there. That indeed may be the wisest course of action. The spirits would be loath to enter a warm room, and their will may falter upon seeing so many Yokui gathered together. I think I can manage with that. Very well, Farafar. I shall return to the hands. Yet before I do, I must confess something. I was so flustered during my flight from the spirits that I dropped my most important tools. They are lost to the snows now, and I fear I cannot work with them without them. Well, you can see that to that right, surely a set of stonemason's tools, putty to repair cracks in stones and such crafted by your hands, will serve as a fine replacement for what goes are lost. I shall provide you with all the materials you need. Okay, let's build them. I would be in your debt, Marla. Once you're finished, please bring the tools to me and I will be back to work as soon as I can. Oh my god. You know what? Fine. Now what I'm looking for. Nope, not what I'm looking for. Okay, okay then. I didn't really realize it was that low on these. I should probably send my retainers to just collect some, huh? Is this on an island or is this in the water? Guess there's one way to find out. Yeah, it's the water. Luckily, we can breathe underwater. let's do a cordial then. Damn it. Okay. Then where are the butter crystals? Really? Okay. They're heading down there. Well, this stream has become interesting all of a sudden. Let's see how. Can I get him to a certain point? think I'm gonna do a bunch of these off stream. Just gonna do one more spin, and that's gonna be it for that. Oh! Don't mind if I do. I'm just gonna do until my GP goes completely down. Let's put this together, shall we? Okay, we're gonna fly up from here over to Kapacha, get things completed. And, we'll see. have plenty of spare materials with me. If you run out, simply let me know. No, I'm good. What do you have here? What do you have there? I'll have a close look. Here you go. That is much for work indeed, even better than what I had before. In fact, Far was right to put her trust in you, and I will follow suit. Now, I should make good on my promise and get back to it. The workshop I built should be worthy of these splendid tools. Nothing is more encouraging than seeing an artisan as eager to test his new equipment. Thank you, Ra. I must return to shelter to attend my own work. Please stop by for a chat whenever you have a free moment. Let's complete things. Such a backwards way, but what you gonna do? I'm not smart. I'm not stupid, but I'm not smart. I am overjoyed Gershakor has returned. His absence would have been sorely felt. In fact, I am beginning to think his ordeal was a blessing in disguise, for he worked with even more zeal than before. I was even able to tell a story of my time with Dartagor, and in doing so give her the chance to lend her strength to the present. Nothing could make me happier. Yippee, yay, yay, yippee, yay. Now that we can make traditional stonework here, we can use it in the buildings we repair as well. And with each brick laid, we draw one step closer to completion. The patterns you see are among the oldest used by our people. Many depict scenes of us living side by side with the snow spirits, and making them has been quite the educational experience. I only hope that Dartagor is proud to see the progress you have made. I shall continue to work and learn for Dartagor's sake. I encourage you to do the same, Rala. Uh-huh. You can count on me. Yeah. Go. Okay, here. Alright. At least one Turkish is gotten. with this, we're done for today. Gonna do another one tomorrow. And then on Friday, 8:40 p.m. Eastern European Summer Time, we're gonna continue with Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2, La Sombra Edition. And maybe, just maybe, finish it off. I gotta say, it's been an experience trying these things out the past years, almost a year. I don't know what to say. I'm typically nervous just being on camera, or, well, not camera, being someone doing this kind of thing, streaming, chatting, and it hasn't been easy with, scammers and bots and stuff, but I'm trying, and even if I don't make this a fun thing, I can, at the very least, try. And trying is the most important thing out of anything right now. Do or do not, there is no try. You don't say it, but yeah, there is trying. There's an attempt in it. Okay, we're rolling. I hope you have a safe and easy and good and positive morning, midday, and evening. This is Kaiju-Z signing out. Stay safe, will you?